Math club.
Derb.
It's like social suicide. Would you say the romance book club is also social suicide? Because I feel like it has done wonders for my social life.
I mean, I told my coworkers about it, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, that sounds so good. That sounds so fun."
I know, internet. We were on a real New York City presentation where I sounded like an idiot.
No, you didn't. I didn't. I didn't do verbatim. I
Okay.
You're saying she did sound like an idiot, but you edited her out.
Yes.
I mean, I took out the curse, not the curse words. I couldn't say dick and tits. So I edited that and just did a lot of dots. And then when I did I did like a little mini video of us that I put in the presentation, doing little clips. And I had a clip in there from Pestilence, but I had to edit it because Andrea was like, "No, you don't get to be picky. If you don't get Pestilence, you don't get no horseman dick." And I was like, this is really funny, but probably can't have that on the TV.
Oh my goodness.
The conference room. Or 5 p.m. So
why can't I get this thing? Okay, I can't do this. So whatever.
People were asking me questions afterwards about like where we get our books from, and you know how we manage.
Tell them to subscribe to our channel.
No, I sent the email out to a few people with the deck afterwards, and I was like, "Hey, if you guys actually want to check us out, we have a whole library of videos, but on because they are inappropriate for work."
Well, I always tell new friends, or like whatever, it's okay. You don't have to even watch it. Just come in here and give us a like, and that'll make them feel good.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Well,
just subscribe.
All right. So now that we're New York City legit, let's get started.
Very street cred, you guys.
Hello, internet. We're only lovers left in the library. We're a romance book club. We're back to form this month. And we didn't read the sci-fi book on principle. Also because, like, I don't know. There was a lot of stuff happening. I feel like that's the excuse every month. There was a lot of stuff happening last month. We're back on track this month. Going to be back on track the next one. You'll see. Why can't I find this book? I'm
already ready.
Cool. Okay, so I didn't forget that today was book club. It was just snuck up on me. Whoops! Even though I have 2 reminders. Everyone's getting ready for book club, and I'm like, wow, everyone's like super hype for this thing that's happening tomorrow. And then I double check. I'm like, oh, it's today. So yeah. What are we discussing this month, Andrea? Tell us.
We are discussing the Duchess War, which is book 1 of the Brother Sinister series, which I actually want to check out after reading this book, especially the book about the scientist guy. He seemed really fun, and I want to read his romance. But anyway, you what?
He has his own?
Yeah. So the series, it's like each of the men who was in this book. So the scientist guy, that was his cousin. The brother has his own book, and then the lady that's like a friend but is part of the group, she has her own book too.
Oh, she was so cool. Look at the people from the train. Yeah. But not the brother, not the one that he like.
Oh wait, no. Maybe she and the scientist are in a book together. I think they have like a romance.
I can see that.
Yeah. Anyway, so do you want me to read the description?
Go for it, and then you could jog my memory because I read this last week and I already forgot it.
It says, sometimes love is an accident. This time, it's a strategy. Miss Minerva Lane is a quiet, bespectacled wallflower, and she wants to keep it that way. After all, the last time she was the center of attention, it ended badly. So badly that she changed her name to escape her scandalous past. Wallflowers may not be the prettiest of blooms, but at least they don't get trampled. That's funny. He actually got trampled. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Keep going.
Anyway, so when a handsome duke comes to town, the last thing she wants is his attention. But that is precisely what she gets. because Robert Blaisdell, the Duke of Clermont, is not fooled. When Minnie figures out what he's up to, he realizes there is more to her than her spectacles and her quiet ways, and he's determined to lay her every secret bare before she can discover his. But this time, one shy miss may prove to be more than his match. Dun dun!
Okay, hold up. I'm like looking at the series. A Governess Affair. Wait, no, I don't know if this is the... Okay, book 1.
They're all called like that. Like
The Heiress Effect, The Countess Conspiracy, and The Suffragette Scandal. I bet that one's the one about the chick. Oh, there's like 0.5 books too. They're like in between books. Yeah, I know what I know what I'm binging when I get back to Virginia.
oh yeah, let's do it together. Like I think they would be fun. I'd be up for it.
I mean, yeah. Also, this lady can write. Like, I had issues with the story, but I still really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. I thought, wait, are we going to go into our opinions now?
We should, because then it'll jog my memory. I don't want to go first, though.
Okay.
But
I can go first.
Okay, go first. You did get the gold. You finished first.
I did get the gold.
And then I got silver mere hours before Tashay.
I'm upset about that because I got distracted working on my book club presentation. So the presentation that I had to do distracted me from actual book club, and I could have gotten silver, but I did not.
You could have. It's fine. You have honorary silver.
Whatever.
I'm giving it to you. Oh, also, wait, before you start, we should show off our props. And you go first. Yours are better.
I have chess pieces, and I have the king and the queen because it's a romance. And I also have a fancy drink that is, I actually don't know because I didn't make it, but I know it has peach brandy and wine and oranges and peaches.
It's from that Tequila Mockingbird book. Yeah,
it is. It's the first drink that I make out of that book, even though I've had that book probably for 5 years, which is really sad. But I don't make like cocktails very often. I didn't make this either, so really it's Anyway.
I got some chess pieces over here. They're like plastic, and I put them here specifically for the hangout. Oh no. Well, okay. There we go. Woo! But okay, and that's it. And then I'm just drinking Sprite out of my romance cup. Because again, I forgot today was book club, so I did nothing to prep. And if you want to use your imagination, you could pretend that the horse on my shirt is a knight piece.
Oh, same. Unicorns, horses, knight pieces.
Tosh, tell us about your look. How's it tie in?
I am wearing a baseball hat. I didn't feel great today, so I put on a hat because usually when I wear baseball caps like this, I end up looking like a 12-year-old boy. So I figured that played a key part in the sneaky sneak of the story. I'm like, I'm gonna play chess and then have a beer because boys need beer from their parents' refrigerators. I don't know. I don't have anything. This household doesn't play chess, okay? We're not that smart.
No, just play Magic the Gathering, D&D, and assorted tabletop RPGs.
Exactly. We play games where it's like, oh, I don't really know what my next move is going to be. Attack!
I was talking about this book, and I got really excited because I remembered I don't play chess regularly. I don't really have people to play it with. But when I was little, I was obsessed with this game that I would play on my dad's computer and that my dad would let me play as much as I wanted because it was educational. And so I looked it up, and it's called Chessmates, and it's from 1997. And there's videos on YouTube, like all the pieces had faces and they like kicked each other off when they like killed each other, like kind of Harry Potter style. It was like a little violent, and I don't know. I had totally forgotten about that game until today. So if anyone out there, out of our hundreds and hundreds of viewers, have played Chessmates, comment below. Tell us about your.
Well, I'll look it up. What is Chessmates?
Chessmates. Yeah, it was a really fun game. It was like a PC game on CD-ROM.
Yeah, I believe.
When laptops didn't exist.
Yeah, I had to play on a huge desktop. I used to have a game like that. It was like my favorite game ever. It was like a veterinarian game. Like I played as a vet and took care of dogs.
I had that game too.
It was like an educational bundle. But I never played the chess one. I always played like we had a bunch, and then I always played the
Okay, well, anyway, so
go on.
Impressions about the book. I really liked it. I thought it was like the perfect light romantic read. Like I would take this to the beach or on vacation, or like, you know, I was having a pretty stressful week when I read it, and so this was like my break from that, because the book, like, it has its stressful moments, but it's never like like, it's like quotation mark stressful. Like it's not really anything that has you on the edge of your seat or anything. But the characters are super cute. Like I really wanted them to get together. I thought their flirting was super cute and witty. And I love the female character because she was just so spunky. And then I love the Duke because he was like so nerdy and like
drama.
And he was a virgin. I've been doing romance for Only Lovers. We've never had a boy virgin.
Really?
Have we?
I don't know.
I don't think we have. We've had plenty of female ones. I don't think we've ever had a male one. Yeah, exactly. Never.
Yeah, I can't think
anyway,
of any right now.
I don't know. I really enjoyed I enjoyed how like kind of liberal they were. Like the characters like touch each other and weren't like touch themselves and weren't like ashamed of it. And like when they had sex, like they gave each other like instructions on how to make it better. Like I liked that. Like it seemed very modern, even though it's supposed to be set kind of, I don't know when it's supposed to be set. The setting isn't like super clear, but I thought like the actual like labor laws sort of plot was like a little weird. But
stupid.
Yeah, it's you know, the Duke wants to be a communist sort of, like I don't know. It was kind of strange, but you know what? I was here for it. I love the like all the secondary characters were really great too. Like I loved his friends and family, and like I don't know. I just really enjoyed this book. Like I didn't have any like huge complaints about it. I don't know. It's un merenguito. Like I always say, it was like a merenguito. I enjoyed it. I would recommend if you want a light romance with like a plucky heroine.
Okay. Do you guys hear an echo?
I do.
Oh, no.
So annoying. I hate my computer. And my connection. I'm gonna refresh my. You're back.
Wait, could you hear the echo when I was talking to Tashay?
No.
Okay, it's just her.
Oh, I hear. All right, let me try. Your B.
Okay.
Did it work? Nope.
Well, I didn't hear an echo. I don't hear an echo.
It's so annoying. I hear it on my end. Like when we get to play. So annoying.
Should I try to quit mine?
If you want to refresh, sometimes that helps. Everybody does it. But... Oh, chess piece. No.
Yeah.
My echo's gone.
Okay, mine too. Yeah. All right. It might have been the lag on that end. Veremos. Ay, Dios mío. In the meantime, I'm trying to plan a birthday party for myself.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to reserve a bar space so people don't have to fight to get drinks. Andrea, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, echo's gone.
I don't hear it anymore.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
All a shot caller.
Okay, do you want to go next, Ash? Wait, let's talk about your birthday. Oh, wait, no, later.
No, I'm like trying to figure out what to do because internet, I'm turning 30.
Woo! I've been 30 this whole year.
Happening.
She is the last of the OLLs to turn 30.
And I was the last one to Morena Club. Anyway.
You were the last to a lot of things.
I'm always bronze. I look good in bronze. It's fine. It's better for my.
No, it's still. This is silver. It's beautiful. It looks great on you. Tell us what you thought of the book, and then I'm gonna tell you what I thought, and then I have some questions.
Okay. I thought this was like the probably most true to romance novel book we've read in a while. I feel like the last few books we've gotten haven't really been very formulaic, whereas this one kind of sticks to the very specific, like, boy meets girl, boy doesn't like girl, girl doesn't like boy, keep getting thrown together for some reason, and they end up happily ever after type of deal. Oh my god. Wow, that's fucking creepy. There's like a purple star balloon floating by my window.
Turn your camera, let us see.
Oh god. Would you be able to see? It's like outside.
I see it.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Just drifting. It's so creepy. Oh my god. All right, well. Sorry, I'm also halfway through reading Stephen King's It, so anytime I see balloons floating by now, I'm just like,
ooh. Okay, go on.
Um,
Formulaic, boy meets girl, happy ever after.
I like that it had this kind of, predictable. It was a book that wasn't hard to read. Once I got into it and I understood what role each character was going to play, I felt that it was very kind of well developed. The main characters weren't hard for me to sort of enjoy, and I liked reading through their tete-a-tete, like their flirtations were cute. I did think that it was kind of like they met each other in a very meet cute kind of way, and then afterwards he bumped into her one or two more times, and then I feel like he fell for her really quickly without them really talking that much, which kind of threw me off a little bit because the way everyone else kept describing her was that she was very like innocuous and not someone who you would really notice, and he kind of latched onto her very quickly, which I didn't expect.
Yeah, I think like the time period it's supposed to be set in, it's like she stands out so much just because she will say her own thoughts or like not be afraid to speak, that I think just the fact that like the 2 or 3 times that they met, she like said something, anything, like just a sentence or two, he was like, ooh, this girl's weird. I like it.
But like, I think it was just the correlation between like her personality, which I totally get is outside of the box because she was very vocal with him, versus his physical attraction to her. Because I know that like you can like someone's personality and then that makes them more attractive to you in the long run, but it happened really fast here, which was kind of.
Yeah, he like jerked off the same day he met her.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
They like intensely, very vividly masturbated. I mean, I was here for it, but I was like, wow.
Don't they say though that isn't it supposed to be one of those things where like
it's a character trait.
She's like not pretty, but she's pretty.
She's got good tits. Like
she might have been beautiful once.
Like from the beginning, they're like, oh, she's got a great rack. Like she's got a nice body, but she's mousy. But there's so much conflict. Not conflict. There's like a couple of contradictory ways of describing her that I can't tell if it's like just because I got used to. So when we did the Silver Spoon book, Lowdown was described as just like dirty and then handsome. Like you knew that she just wasn't traditionally pretty. So the more they spent time together, the more he was like very attracted to her.
No, I saw this more like what was that movie where like it's the princess and she has frizzy hair and it's Anne Hathaway?
The
Princess Diaries?
I saw it like as a Princess Diaries sort of thing. Like she looks like that, but like he can see the post makeover. Like
he can see past her tweezed eyebrows.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you put it like that, that makes more sense.
Like it's still
my brush.
Everyone's just like, oh, the Duke, he's so handsome. All right. But I liked the idea of it. I thought it was interesting. I thought that the big secret she had was going to be a lot more dramatic. I was like, she murdered her dad, but it's like, oh, she was good at chess and dressed as a boy for a long time. I'm like, all right, she was a hipster. Cool. Good for you. Like, okay, that's fine. And I liked that she did have like her own friendships independent of the guy. So like her friendship with Lydia was nice. Like Lydia was like, people were talking shit about you, so fuck them. Like I liked that, and that Lydia didn't like blindly marry this dude who was like a piece of shit just because she was living in a time when women had to be married. But I don't know, it seemed nice. I was kind of curious about the aunts, the implied lesbian relationship between
yes.
I was like, I see.
My gaydar. I was like, more about the aunts, please.
Side note, Lydia has a novella, I think. Like I was looking at the series of books online, and like book like 1.5 is like Lydia and like that one doctor.
Oh, the one doctor that her friend was trying to set her up with, and she was
that one.
That's fucking hilarious. No, I mean it was like I liked it. I had a good read. I enjoyed it. I didn't feel like weird or bored, and it didn't. The ending was kind of like the way they solved the drama with the pamphlets and all the political thing took like a weird turn of him being like, I was writing the pamphlets to trap you.
And she was like, okay, I'm okay with it. She's like, yeah, that's what I was going to tell you to do. Okay,
cool. I'm looking at my notes, and like I forgot how funny this book was.
Oh no, the book was really funny.
Very quotable. There's a lot of like funny shit going on. I stan it. Like it's good.
Like I have this thing highlighted where he says, I could plunge my cock inside you. His hips ground into hers. No preamble, no nothing. Her eyes widened. The corner of her mouth tilted. Oh no, she said. Not your cock. Anything but your cock.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good one. It's a good one. That one should be like in my somewhere. You got great tits. What? I mean it. They're great.
Oh, and the scene was like when they're talking about the bachelor party that his friends are gonna throw him.
Oh yeah.
That was hilarious. They're like, we'll invite philosophers to read their essays, and then we shall argue about them. I like this book, guys. I did.
It was funny. It was funnier than I thought it was gonna be, and also it was just like a good light read. Like I didn't have any issues. I was like, whatever plot point might have been like a little meh. I'm like, you know what? This is like a chill book. I haven't rated it, but I think I would rate it probably 4 stars just because I enjoyed it.
I gave it 4.
Yeah, I think that's where I would probably go with it.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, Kris.
Okay, it's my turn. I gave it 4 stars too, by the way.
Yeah.
I really liked it. And I agree with everything that you guys are saying, but
I knew there was going to be a but, because whenever you start your review by stating that you still gave it 4 stars,
I did. I just quibble. I have to quibble about the things that I didn't like really love about it, and it's only that I was super into their like. I just felt like as I read it, I was having a really, really good time, and the closer I got to the end, I was like, ugh, what the fuck is this? Because I felt like they stopped being really fun. So I just feel like tonally the book shifts super hard at the end. And then I felt like, what am I reading? And I wasn't, there were glimpses of the leads, the guy's like terrible relationship with his family.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of shrugged off, and then just takes a huge like deep dive into like, yeah, my dad was a piece of shit, and then like it was awful, and then my mom is like this, but she's just kind of misunderstood. And I mean, I just felt, like when it felt like in a relationship after some time has gone by, not all relationships, but the most that don't succeed, it's like really hot and heavy, and then afterwards you're like, I'm good. So right up until I got to that point in the book, I was like there. And then afterwards I was like, I don't care about all this family drama. Like, I'm not here for this. I was like, how much longer? How much longer for until we get to a fuck, the book is over. Okay, go back. Let's reread it. Let's actually, I need to close read it.
You read it twice?
No, I just, how like sometimes what I do is I'm just like, okay, I'll like skip on my phone and look like, when is the next time I see like the word like tits or something, you know? So I'm like, wow, so it doesn't happen. Okay, I gotta go all the way back to where I was just to see, you know, manage my expectations. And then once I saw that it wasn't gonna happen. So
Wait,
the way
you did that too, Tashay?
No, like I understand what she means. She was like trying to figure out if there was ever a time when they stopped talking about the family shit and it didn't happen.
yeah, the family stuff and the trial, and I just wasn't interested in any of that. I was like, I could actually care less about these things, and I felt like their romance was resolved really quickly, so it kind of deflated the end of the book for me. The real tension for me was, will they, won't they? They did. There's an hour left in this. What the hell could it possibly be?
Trial. There's a public interview. She's there. She plays chess again. She wins.
Yeah. And then I also felt like the reveal of her secret. I don't know. I was just like, that's it.
That's what I thought it was gonna be so much more dramatic.
Yeah, same. And here's the thing: it didn't 100% match up with this like super progressive chick. I'm not saying she had to be full on like fight the power, gender is a construct, I'll fucking represent however I want, because it's not that kind of book. But I did feel like it was a little at odds with the way that she was presented, like this, and I feel really strongly about this, and it just didn't feel like something that she had to be really, that she truly had to be ashamed of, you know? Like, I get it. I
don't think that she was ashamed of it. It's just that she knew that no normal guy would marry her if they knew that.
Right.
And she needed to get married to ensure that her beloved aunts were taken care of when they were old.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that she cared. It's just that.
I think it also just has to do with like the epoca. Like, I know the setting is kind of like meh, but there was like, when it was revealed that she was a boy and her dad like threw her under the bus, he's like, she's a Satan child. She like whispered demonic things to me and made me. So I think there was just like the tinge of like witchcraft associated to her name too. So not only was she dressing like a boy and she was a queer, weird child, but there was witchcraft and all that stuff. But it was kind of weird because then when it goes to the end and it's revealed and stuff, everyone's like, oh, that's not a big deal.
Yeah, maybe that's also what, that no one was like, oh, everyone was like, oh, you're that kid. Whoa, that's crazy. Isn't that crazy that happened? No one was super.
That's one of the things that I highlighted was when the Duke like finds out, because I just thought it was funny too. Mm-hmm. And she's all like waiting for him to go off running. And he's like, Minnie, I want to abolish the peerage. I write radical pamphlets in secret. I'm not going to shriek, oh no, a scandal, and run away.
He's like, I'm woke as fuck, girl. Come on now. I'm into it. At least you would dress like a boy more often for like a role play. You know what I mean?
What's weird though is like he like heard about all that, but then he didn't know, like he still didn't get it. Like, okay, fine. I know there's no Google or whatever, but like he didn't really understand until his mom was like, no, that was really bad. You don't remember because you were a kid. Like, if my fiance had told me, oh, I was involved in this huge scandal where I was like the chess champion, I would have gone to the freaking library and pulled up some old newspaper clippings or something.
Girl, you don't even have to go to the library. You go to La Viejita del Vecindario.
Right?
In the street. Like, hey.
Also, he was very high society, so he could have just asked literally anyone.
Literally anybody. Like, I'm kind of getting into chess. I heard there was this kid.
How many chess scandals could there be? That's what I'm saying. It just seemed like such a low-key scandal. Here's my question. My big, like the biggest question I've got is, why was this book called The Duchess War?
Why the fuck was it called The Duchess War?
Here's what I thought the scandal was going to be. I thought the scandal was going to be that she was like the illegitimate daughter of like, you know, and that they were hiding her like Anastasia style, you know.
because she becomes a duchess, and the book is about her war against like
what other duchess?
Yeah.
Well, there's no other chick.
No, there is another duchess, the mom.
But they
weren't at odds.
And I was trying to relate it to chess, and I was like, maybe instead of like king, queen, and knights, it's like she's a duchess. And
there's no queen. There's no queen shape. There's only kings and bishops and stuff and pawns.
So that's what I was trying to figure out. I was like,
there's a queen right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like he's the Duke, and she was like a nobody chess person, which is why I thought that that's what's gonna be the secret. I just was underwhelmed and was like, okay. And then on top of my underwhelmed, whatever. The other characters were also pretty underwhelmed.
It's like that fucking Falcon book we read where there were no goddamn falcons.
It's called like The Falconer and there are no falcons. It was kind of like that. It was just kind of like a weird
misnomer. We were lied to.
Yeah, maybe there's something in book 1 point. Maybe this is like in 0.5 or something, and I'm not getting the full picture. I just don't get it. All the other ones also have alliteration, like the Counting Countess and the Salad Scoundrel, and this is like Duchess.
No, they're really not. No, it's only the Countess one that does
that. Okay, fine. That one's clever though. Like, and I believe that. I just don't.
I think it's the heiress effect. Oh no, you're right. The suffragette scandal and the Countess conspiracy. But then the heiress and Duchess and the governess affair. It's just random.
Right.
They call it like the chess man's son or something. And then you're like, oh, it's about a boy. And then it's like when it's revealed, it'd be like, oh my God.
Then people would think it was gay. And then it'd be like rated super bad on Goodreads. Like they did that one gay book that we read.
Oh, yeah.
But see, I just was like, what the fuck? I kept like, when they said the chess thing, okay, fine, fantastic. But then afterwards, I was like, wait, where's the Duchess? Like, I thought she was gonna have like a fight with some chick that he was already dating, and that wasn't a thing. And I was really happy that she was like, oh, I really like your friends. They're really cool, and there's no toxic like female friendships here. You know, I'm like, who is she fighting with? She's not actually a Duchess, so she can't like be fighting with this Duke. And have it literally be a Duchess war. I don't know.
Like that they would be arguing a lot more. And like maybe that's why they were at war with each other. And then it ended up that they were like, oh.
Maybe. It's a legitimate, I maybe look it up later. It's probably like on the author's page or something. Probably in the FAQ. Here you go, dumbasses. This is why I called it.
No, I'm trying to find it and there is no such thing.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. Like this is, do you know what I mean? I just was like, wait, why is this book called this then? Where are the chess references at? I have more chess references in my apartment right now than this whole book had to the title.
Other than a discovered attack.
Oh, wait. I just found something.
Okay. This is live investigation.
I give all my books code names. This is the author's note that comes after all of the excerpts of all the other novels that are at the back. So I never got to that point.
Me neither. Okay.
It says, I give all my books code names, which I usually reveal on my website. This one was called Chess Champion. And as the name was a spoiler, I didn't want to include it there, but now you know.
Oh.
Every piece of historical fiction alters history in some tiny way. Oh, so the chess tournament that she's actually talking about did take place in London in 1851, but it was won by Adolf Anderson instead of Gustav Herntz. And there were no shenanigans involving 12-year-old children of any gender. Oh, but apparently something like that happened. Like a girl got stoned because she was dressed as a boy.
What?
That was taken from a newspaper clipping that I read years ago. The crowd was formed. Gender roles were very strictly policed back then.
Yikes.
Huh. I'm trying to see. I don't see anything about the title.
So Chess Champions was too spoilery. And then Duchess War has absolutely no.
Oh, apparently the workers were like radicalizing in 1863, and they started the food co-op and all those things. Okay, so I guess this is more historical than I actually thought. This actually happened in these years. There was civil unrest. The whole vaccination thing was like a thing. It first became mandatory in England in 1853. Many people absolutely hated it. It was the subject of a great deal of civil disobedience.
Is this 2018?
Yeah, right?
I'm going to refresh my page. My echo's back.
Oh, no.
Same. All right.
Well, anyway, there's nothing about the title, but that was interesting, so.
What up?
I'm a refresh too.
Okay. We're all like just popping in and out of the conversation now.
We're like, let's do this again.
I will not sit through another echo-filled hangout.
We got this. It's okay.
Woo. Okay. Well, shit. I'm gonna read the author's notes so then I'm a little bit more educated on chess scandals.
You have to flip all the way past all the excerpts.
Yeah.
And there are multiples.
Yeah. All in all, aside from my questions and my peeves about this book becoming boring and overdramatic right at the end without having to, I still thought it was a pretty sexy book. And I was very into their... That's the thing. Like, I really missed that initial, like, flirtation and banter that they had. Once they were married, I didn't feel like what... And then they had sex. And I really enjoyed that, by the way. The fact that, like, I was stressing for their honeymoon when they have sex and she's like, eh. Like, he's like, eh. And she's like, eh. Yeah. And they're both like, oh, shit, did I make a mistake? And then she's like, well, if you touch me like... Yeah, and she's...
I feel like you could do a better job.
No, she's like, if you touch me like this and you kiss me like that, you know... Orgasm! You know, like it.
Wait, and then he's like, how do you know? I'm a virgin and you're not?
Well, that was super unclear to me. So, was she a virgin?
Yeah, she was. She basically said, like, no, I just know how I make myself feel, and that was better than this.
Girls masturbate too? That's crazy.
He's like, what?
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 And she's like, blushing. But yeah, then they started having the sex. They got to know each other. And then, like, shit got real fucking serious real quick. And I'm like, oh, man. I was just happy that, like, babies happened, like, epilogue. I was like, okay, fine. I didn't want the last chapter to be like, oh, and now I'm expecting a little Duke of my own. Oh. And I'm like, where was that girl? Where's that suffragette in the beginning of the book?
Oh, that's a different book.
I know. Anyway. Okay.
Who did you... ends well. My little Duke.
Who was your mind? Who was like where was your mind going when you were reading these characters? I know who I was picturing for the chick, but I don't know about the guy.
Wait, who are you picturing for the chick?
For the chick, I'm picturing Emmy Rossum. She's from...
Okay, but she's like gorgeous.
Yeah, but you think if they cast this movie, they're gonna actually put someone like a mousy girl with big tits? Like they're gonna put Emmy Rossum in this.
For the Duke, I was picturing the guy that plays Dr. Shepard on Grey's Anatomy.
Derek Shepard? Dreamy? Yeah, okay.
so yeah, dreamy. Oh, come on, like you can see McDreamy as the Duke.
Okay, let me think about it. Let me think about him saying the word tits.
Tits.
And like him jerking off with a left hand, right? Isn't that why they're called Brother Sinister? Because they're all left-handed?
Oh. Yeah.
I guess I could see it. What, so Meredith is the chick for you?
No.
It's just
I vote for Dakota Johnson. I think is her name.
I'm gonna look her up.
From 50 Shades of Grey, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Because she's not unattractive, but she's not someone that you would expect.
Okay, I can see that.
Right? Make her hair like more tied back. She's got a little bit of a serious look to her face, but she's got a great bod. Like I've seen her.
I can see that more than Chris's pick. Sorry, Kris.
Yeah, Emmy Rossum is beautiful.
Okay, well, my second choice.
Pero bonita, like in a more realistic way. Like she's not.
Okay, so my second choice was the chick from The Handmaid's Tale, the girl who Alfred, she's also in Mad Men. Peggy from Mad Men.
Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah, Elizabeth Moss.
Okay, so I can see that too.
She's like a not a conventional beauty, but I find her like beautiful.
Bonita.
I think she's
yeah. Okay, I agree with that.
And she's like, I feel like she's short. You know, I feel like she fits that. And I guess McSteamy for the guy.
Yes.
I'll take it. He's like, now that you said it, now I can't picture anybody else.
For the record, it's McDreamy. McSteamy is the other one.
McSteamy is the plastic surgeon. McDreamy is
Sloan.
Oh, the guy with the blonde hair.
I'm on season 7, episode 22 now.
girl.
Yeah, she's binging it the way I'm binging Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah,
It's fine. I respect the hustle.
I've been binging for a long time. I do like 3 or 4 episodes a week.
Where are you season-wise? What's happening right now in the episode you're watching?
In Grey's Anatomy?
Yes.
Christina Yang finally came back to the hospital after she got
spoilers, y'all. If you made it this far.
Leave the chat. After there was the hospital shooting and she got like PTSD and stuff and she left for like forever.
Now we match.
She just came back.
Her bae has PTSD too, so.
Yeah, so she just came back to the hospital and started practicing again.
Girl.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of stuff.
Did you keep watching it? What season did I stop in, Tash?
You signed up for some fucking heartache. Christina stopped at like season 3 because it was giving her palpitations.
It gave me palpitations and migraines, and I was like, I'm done with this show.
Yeah, literally, she texted me be like, "Este show me está dando migraña. I can't watch this anymore."
I love Yang. I would marry Yang.
I don't remember who used to. I think I watched it with Andrew. Andrew was like, we used to watch it. Amanda was with us too, and I would be like, I can't watch this show anymore. I can't do it. Okay. So yeah, that was literally my only question about the the Duchess. Why was it called the Duchess War? She wasn't a Duchess. Okay, so recommendation: Romance Rex. Go watch Crazy Rich Asians. It's super funny.
Go watch what?
Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh,
it's so good. Or you know what? When it comes out like on TV or whatever, we should watch it and do like a hangout for it because it was super romantic and really funny, and I liked it.
You know which one is out now that we all read the book for, and I really want to see Miss Education of Cameron Booth.
Woo! Yeah, I kind of can't wait.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about what we're reading next month or this month.
Just so you know, I made it to season 11 and a half and then stopped watching, but I've been meaning to watch again. But yeah, I've been
Okay, I'll let you know when I'm at season 11 and a half.
Well, let me know too. I'm kidding. You don't have to
message me if something happens and you want to like gab about it because I have.
Yeah, Tashay will cry with you as opposed to me.
Okay.
Andrea will be like, he finally proposed, did it? And then I'll go like
4 seasons ago, Kris.
I know. You go through these fast. And I was like, okay.
You know what? I cried way more. I think the hardest that I've cried over like a happy thing, because obviously I cry over the sad things too, but over a happy thing, más que el proposal, fue when she showed up in his land and made the freaking like house blueprint with the little candles. Oh, died.
Well, I was like, that's a fire hazard.
Yeah, well, I did not have the right reaction. I was like, okay, cool. Andrea's like, how could you be this way, you unfeeling golem of a person? I'm sorry.
I've had this show.
Yeah, but I like how you guys go through it.
I would chat you and be like,
okay, you know what? I'm gonna before the year is over, I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I could do it. I could handle it. What? Okay, I'm gonna think of something. You guys will give it to me when I finish all of the episodes.
I have a lot of things pending to give to you.
Okay, we're reading next month.
Like, something that I got you from the Call Your Girlfriend, but the Two Dope Chicks thing that you and Amanda told me to go to.
Woo! Yeah, it was Call Your Girlfriend, but also Two Dope Chicks, 2 different podcasts.
Wait, so you're gonna hold it hostage until
I've had it for months, so like tengo pendiente. I owe it to her anyway. I bought her like a poster, so I've like had it.
Woohoo!
For a long
I'm here for it. I can wait. It's fine.
So next month we're reading the witchy one for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So final statements. Duchess Wars. Title doesn't make sense, but it's still a good book. Worth reading. Very romance. Very sexy. Oh my god. You know how in Goodreads they have like questions? I'm so sorry to like jump all over this or whatever, but you know, sometimes in Goodreads they ask questions to the author or they just post questions right underneath the book. And one of them, I was like, yeah, totally accurate. It was like, how much sex is in this book? Or like, hold on, Duchess War. I'm finding it now. My internet's slow because I'm streaming and my computer sucks and my internet sucks. The question says, it's still loading.
In the meantime, I did mark a quote. You're handsome. You have all your teeth, which I thought was funny. When she
oh, yeah. Let me check if I have any more.
And also, the Duchess extended a hand. Do not pollute my perfectly acceptable figurative speech with irrelevant facts.
Gotcha. Oh, it says, what kind of sexual content is in this book? I know a lot of historical romances are less than appropriate, and I prefer not to read anything inappropriate for 12 or 13-year-olds. Someone answered, this is appropriate for a person who wants to read graphic, detailed descriptions of mutually gratifying sex. And I would say yes, that it is. They were both like figuring each other out, and it was beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. No, I marked a few that I thought were like suave. He's like, I know things change. There's nothing worse in a marriage than a husband using his power to force his wife. I won't do it. And Minnie's all, Robert, there is no danger of my becoming disgusted by you. And then they start making out.
Then she's like, force me, daddy.
Make Rude. Don't you bark at me. Sex is natural.
He was into it. He was into it. And he doesn't know what sex is.
Aw, Indy. Little dog balls.
Wait, Indy's in here? Indy!
You didn't notice him coming into the room?
He's like under all your blankets and pillows.
Covert. Okay, we're reading because so if you're still here, the way that we chose this book is that we saw what the forum picked on the Vaginal Fantasy page. And we're like, that doesn't sound romantic. Let's pick something else. Give him the options for something else. And I'm like, okay, that one. And then we ended up, I think this was like either the runner-up or, no, this one was chosen. But, okay, that's what we did for this pick. Where the one that's going to be read is Every Heart, a Doorway. Which is, yeah.
What?
Yeah, Shannon McGuire's her series of like the kids that fall into other worlds.
You gave me that book.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I gave it to Mom to read.
Yeah, I think the series is still going. But I don't know. I first of all already read it, and I don't want to reread it, and I didn't find it super romantic. God damn it! I'm gonna read as much romance as I can. So I like the forum because it gives me a lot of options.
I had conflicted feelings about that book. I liked it. But I wouldn't necessarily say that I felt like the main character was like
good.
Like I don't think she was a strong character. I liked the other character who was quirkier more, but then
stuff happens. Stuff happens. Yeah. I didn't continue with the series, unfortunately. I might though. Just to see Underneath the Sugar Sky or whatever. I liked all of the names of the books. Okay, so the forum picked that book, and I was like, I don't want to read that. So we looked at everything else, and so we picked Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Córdoba. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah. Although sometimes the other editions have like the witch or the chick with like the Dia de los Muertos like makeup or I don't know, costume? I don't know. So it says, it's like a first-person description. I was chosen by Deus? Even gods makes mistakes. Alex is a bruja, the most powerful witch in a generation, and she hates magic. At her death day celebration, Alex performs a spell to rid herself of her power. Uh-oh. I can already feel myself not relating. But it backfires. Her whole family vanishes into thin air, leaving her alone with Nova, a brujo she can't trust, but who may be Alex's only chance at saving her family. So obviously this is young adult, but I'm here for it. So yeah, that's what we're reading next or not at the end of this month. That'll be it. Suck it, forum.
I feel like it lends itself for us to just have a really fun time with costume. Like freaking magic.
Yeah, although I don't want to do like the skull mask. That would be like appropriation. But like, there's got to be something we could do.
Girl.
No, we could just do like
I got candles.
We could just do our own interpretation of like how would you dress if you were about to go off and do some like hard-hitting magic.
Yes. We already work so hard with our like props and stuff,
Time to cover my face with the blood of my enemy.
Okay, I'm gonna start thinking about it now. So then at the end of the month, I'll be rushing like the day before, the day of to like.
Yeah, actually no. I'll probably like cut Ivan's hand. Like, give me your love blood.
Oh dear.
The
If you actually put Ivan's blood on you, that would be really cool.
Whoa! What the? We were like on two different ends of that reaction. You're like, whoa, you would put, and I was like, girl, I'm great. Great.
Come here, dame un besito. Nick. No, I need this. It's for book club. You don't understand. It's fine. You're European.
Are you kidding me? Ivan would absolutely understand. Whatever happened to that post of he's the most understanding hipster in New York? Sure. And then your cousin being like, he's a keeper, el anillo pa' cuando. So embarrassing. I was like, I almost was like, oh, but I was like,
my fucking family loves him so much.
I mean, no, like, and no shade, nothing like that. It was just a funny exchange to see happen, and I was like, I'm not gonna say anything.
I literally asked him. I was like, so did you see my cousin's response? And he's like, who? I'm like, go check it out. And he's like, brr. Fine, we're fine. Honestly, okay. So the story behind that is just I like randomly cry all the time now for no specific reason other than I guess my body breaking down on various levels. And so I will just be crying and he just like will like cuddle me and then ask me if I want a snack. And I'm just like, yeah, okay. This is all I need right now. Like even yesterday, I watched the episode of The Office where Michael leaves.
Oh no, that's so sad.
And I was like inconsolable.
Just weeping
for like 40-something minutes. And he's just like hugging me and patting me on the back or on the end. He's just like, can I get you anything? Like there's beer. I can get you a chocolate. Do you want me to just hold you for a bit? And then I was like, thank you. I'll just put on a face mask to bring down the swelling of my face. But thank you. Like, come on. I had to give an appreciation shout out to just like the fucking sway of.
I mean, we don't know this, but now your fam's on the.
Yeah, my family now.
Dunk it for you. Here with that assist.
No, it's just been them hanging out with him and being like,
"Oh, he's great."
Oh, you say some weird shit, and he just seems to be okay with that. So, like, trap him. My family's aboard the trap him. Like, get ready, babe.
Not gonna get better than this.
That's because they haven't seen him in D&D trying to seduce necromancers.
That's true.
They don't know.
They don't know about that side of him.
Yeah, that his underage dragon born trying to hook up with a grown ass woman, halfling.
Yeah, no, my dad would probably be into it though. He's like, oh, he loves jazz. Oh, like, oh my god, yeah, like even
our hangout has devolved to like Ivan worship.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell him when we start talking about him. I'm gonna just send him the YouTube video, and I'm like, begin here.
All right. Anyway, this book was good.
It was good. Got us talking about marriage.
Wait. I'm ready. Nice. They do this in the book, guys, whenever they're about to win. Kiss the chest.
Finish my beer.
Wow. Kiss it, Kris.
All right. Don't fillet the
I'm done. I'm not filleting it. It was just kind of like
fillet of fish.
Stop.
It's gonna be my Oscar movie.
Hot mess hangout. Love it. I didn't even have alcohol. I just had Sprite.
Fine. It's fine. All right, let's do this. Bye, internet.
Bye, internet.
Read more books, y'all. America's falling apart.
Read more dick books.